The first time Haran saw the crow perched on his scarecrow's shoulder, dawn was still a bruise across the horizon. The bird was black as ink, head tilted with an intelligence that unsettled him. "Get off!" Haran barked, waving an arm. The crow only stared, then hopped to the other shoulder, like it was waiting for its shift to start. Weeks passed. The corn rose tall, golden with promise, yet something odd unfolded. Whenever Haran approached, the crow was already there, cawing sharply, chasing other birds away. At first Haran sneered. "The scarecrow is doing its job," he muttered, "not that pest." But even he began to notice how the black sentinel never left its post for long, how flocks scattered at its cry long before Haran lifted a hand. Still, crows were thieves, nuisances, omens of trouble, and when Haran finally spotted a mess of twigs in the rafters of his barn, his jaw clenched. A nest. "Not on my land," he growled. He snatched a pitchfork and swept the nest down. It crashed to the dirt, twigs splintering, feathers scattering. The crow's cry split the air, a sound so raw it made Haran's skin prickle. It dove, circling the wreckage, wings beating desperation into the morning air. Haran turned away, pretending he hadn't seen the eggs, small, speckled, shattered under his boot. The next day the crow was gone. At first Haran scoffed. Peace at last, but by week's end silence became something else. The fields were restless. Sparrows descended in swarms. The scarecrow stood useless as corn tips were torn apart. Haran chased and shouted, clapped hands, hurled stones, yet the birds returned as soon as his back turned. How did it get so bad?" he muttered, sweat carving tracks through dust on his face. He noticed the empty post then, the scarecrow's shoulder bare. And something hollow opened in his chest. Days turned to struggle, nights to worry, harvest shrank. Haran slumped against the barn wall one evening, staring at the quiet rafters where a nest once clung. "You thought it was stealing," he whispered to himself, "but it was guarding." He didn't understand companionship until it was gone. One morning, after a restless dawn, Haran scattered seeds in a clearing, an offering, clumsy but hopeful. He waited for hours. Wind moved through the fields, but no wingbeats answered. The farm felt heavier for that absence, a debt unpaid, a lesson engraved in silence. Sometimes what we call nuisance is the unseen help we never thanked. What we destroy in suspicion might be the very thing holding our world together. The scarecrow still stands, but its lost sentinel is a ghost Haran will never forget. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share and subscribe to help the channel grow.